young people in politics isn't always a match made in heaven, but could social media be proving the unlikely matchmaker? I'm in Portsmouth, preparing for a night out with grieving mum Anne Bartlett, who's on a mission to raise awareness, one drunk person at a time. So right now we are in the city centre in Portsmouth. I'm a little bit nervous now. I think I'm nervous because we are so close to the site where Kyle Bartlett lost his life. Now, Dr. Kasoulis, I feel like there's a lot of misperception or maybe even misunderstanding about what actually mental health is. So if you were to define the term and concept, how would you do that?
It's a good question. Mental health is a broader state.
And that did make me feel a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. I'm still a little bit confused myself as to what I would do in that situation, but regardless of racism, prejudice, there is no excuse for you lifting your fist and punching someone and killing them. So Lucas, we are here at the University of Reading, but it wasn't here where you actually experienced your issues with mental health. So tell me a little bit more about what happened when you were studying and you experienced these issues. Right now, I am about to speak to a mother who has lived through this kind of tragedy. I want to find out just how much damage can be done by a single punch. 36-year-old Robert Holland was out in Nottingham in 2011 when he was started on by 21-year-old former bouncer Liam Rockley. A tussle led to a punch. Robert was knocked down and would never get up again. Hello, Teresa. Aaron, nice to meet you.
Hi, Aaron.
How are you? Charlie, you're responsible for most of the youth-focused research here at Demos. Can you tell me, do you think that young people are actually becoming more politically engaged now?
I'm absolutely gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked. But it doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me because he's a thug. An absolute, pure, out-and-out thug.
Thank you for having me back in your house. I really appreciate
You're
that.
more than welcome. Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And please take care as well.
And you.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you very soon. All right? What would you say is the role of social media in helping to create political engagement?
What we see among the sort of most forward-looking politicians is actually using social media to do casework.
Do you feel like you meant to kill with your punch?
No. I don't know what I intended. It was just the normal thing to do.
How did you feel when, you first heard that somebody who you had punched had actually died?
I was thinking more about myself. I was feeling sorry for myself.
How does a single blow physically end someone's life? My head can't get around it. Boom, one punch, a person falls and they're dead. How does that work? So I'm here to meet Dr. Jack Lewis, who is a brain expert, and hopefully, in simple terms, he'll be able to describe to me just how one punch can take someone's life. What can we actually do to get young people more engaged in politics, in your opinion?
People need to pay for that.
Do you think he intended to kill you?
I do, yeah.
How do you feel about the guy who attacked you now?
Strangely, like to make him a cup of tea. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
You know?
Why a cup of tea? Just to is that to try to kind of take away the tension from the situation?
I think so.
Okay.
You know? Something we both got something in common, possibly.
There you go.
And go, actually, we're not so different, are we?
Rishanara, you've done a massive amount of work with young people, but would you say that politicians really listen to young people's needs? Truthfully and personally, believe that a parent should never have to lay their child to rest. So I would just like to say from the bottom of my heart, may Kyle forever be rested in perfect peace. Thank you. I was confused about if throwing one punch and killing made you a murderer. I now know it's more about intent. And I don't think in any of the situations that I've now become familiar with, the young men intended to kill. But if you look at how murder is sentenced in the UK, and then you look at the slap in the face sentences that one punch killers get, you can understand why the families of the victims are frustrated and angry. To be able to move on, create campaigns, forgive, and in some cases become friendly with the killer of your child is unthinkable. I just hope that people now understand that a fist is also a deadly weapon. After hearing all the stories that I've heard and seeing all the things that I've seen, I now know that the last thing that I'm trying to do in a conflict is raise my fist to punch.